Well, absolutely. In those days, if you lived up north and you didn't have TBS, you were WWF fans at the time, which is now obviously WWE, and they didn't get a lot of stuff unless it was syndicated Crockett stuff. So there definitely were two distinct audiences, and then your syndication started going in there, and of course, cable TV revolutionized everything. So, the fans that they used to, that will come up to me now and still know me as it's the Brainbusters. It's not so much the Horseman. Of course, they know about it, but they were Brainbuster fans or hated the Brainbusters guts, one or the other. So the cross pollination of all that with the brands and everything being consolidated, it's just somebody has a different story and somebody was a fan of a different era, but I think everybody understands that Crockett was something pretty special, and a lot of major talent came from that company in that era. I know I will be forever grateful because that's where I cut my chops and figured out, about really what to do in this business and how to grow and excel and add to the business itself and contribute. And that's what they were all about, and that's why they were so successful.
Looking back at NWA and JCP, it's just an amazing roster of talent. Like we mentioned a bunch of guys that were great, but I think at the top of everyone's list is going to be Arn Anderson, Flair, and the Horsemen. I think that's going to really come to mind. When that group came together and you cut that legendary promo, the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, did you ever dream that it was going to turn into this huge monster that it became?
No. I don't, just like I didn't walk into that interview planning to say any of that. It literally, and a lot of people don't believe it, but most do because it's the absolute truth. It just popped into my head, and it was just born that day. And it's funny, the very next week, people were starting to chant, Four Horsemen, Four Horsemen, Four Horsemen. And then, the four fingers went up, and that started to grow. It was something that just literally came out of nowhere, but as soon as it was, Tony Schiavone stepped up and went, hey, you just named you guys. I could see the look on everybody's face. They immediately got on board, and we knew we had something special. We just didn't know how special.